Happy Friday, everybody. How's everybody doing? Are you surviving watching all the news, or are you doing like I am and trying to avoid it? I take it in chunks. I watch a little bit of the news, like I watch a little bit of Bill Barr. Oh my God. Then I have to watch a little bit of The Office just so I can have a chuckle. So on this video, I thought we'd look into Bill Barr and why was he so smug. I want to look at Donald Trump and Joe Biden. What is the focus around each one of them for the month of September? What's going for and against each candidate? And we'll start off looking into the coronavirus. Let's have an update because my son went back to school there on Tuesday. The reason is because the Alberta government or the Alberta school, they decided to have the kids come in for one day just to get them into the classroom, let them know how the process is going to be, to get them used to using their mask for the whole day. So it was very interesting because when Charlie got home, he told me all about it. You know, we don't have a water fountain. We don't have a microwave. We have to sit like this. If we go out in the hallway, we have to have a cover on. They have a station because they supply the kids with masks. And, you know, a lot of people have their own masks or the kid brings their own mask. But in case they get wet, dirty, they have them there. They have sanitation stations and the whole 9 yards. But like, you know, things like gym, they even said, you know, they're not sure about Christmas concert. And then I was in my head going, oh, does that mean Halloween's going to be canceled? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I thought let's have an update on the coronavirus because my cards have always given me the impression that yes, coronavirus is going to hit. We might have a couple of waves of it, you know, and prior to, I always said that you're going to see it starting to peter out, that the numbers are going to start to slow down a little bit. Yes, there's going to be hot spots. Unfortunately, in America, it's such a politicized thing. And in 2020, we're at that time of illusion delusion. So what we hear is good today, we will find out tomorrow is not so good. We're going to find out these numbers are the numbers, and then tomorrow the numbers are these, and then, you know, next week it's going to be different. So let's take a deep breath because it's going to take some time before any of this truly gets straightened out. And in getting Charlie ready for school, I thought I'll start crocheting some face masks because fall and winter, it's always nice to have something warm to cover your face. So I made him a nice little crocheted face mask. It's quite cute. But I also put some rows in the back so that you can put the proper carbon filter in the back, so you can just put it in, you know what I mean? So just in case there's any crafty people out there that want to give it a try, it's quite easy to do actually. It's not too hard. So let's have a look at coronavirus. How is it looking right now and going into excuse me, the near future and then the far future? Let's have a look and see what's going to happen with the coronavirus right now. In the near future and the far future. I don't like I want new cards. I don't like these ones. So right now, it's causing a lot of chaos within families. They're not sure which way to go. It's almost like there's so much information, but you don't know what's real and what's not. And it's hard to find a source you can believe in because, you know, they keep moving the goalposts. You know, as soon as you think you got a handle on it, the next thing you're hearing the news, oh, there's going to be another wave of it or somebody else got reinfected. It's like, you know, people are still feeling scared, but then you also have the other side where people are just like, you know what, there's nothing to this. So there's just a conflict within the average person's home right now. So in the near future, it's almost like what we're going to be hearing about and what we're going to be finding out about, whether it be about vaccinations or whatever. It's almost like where the information comes from is unreliable. If Donald Trump says there's a vaccination, even if it works, people aren't, a lot of, not everybody, but a good majority of the people are just going to say, I don't trust it. So it's almost like coronavirus on its own will have a pattern and it will start to peter out. I do see that over time things will get somewhat better, but it's almost like there's so much information and misinformation, and this is really showing that, you know, there's a feeling of information and what we're being told is unreliable. There's an unhappiness. It's almost like we're going to be looking back at the loss and we're going to feel the sadness. We're going to feel, the remembrance of this enormous thing that has happened in 2020 with this health crisis. But it's also showing that, this is almost the step before you have the benefit of the experience. So we are going to be looking into coming into 2021. You're going to see coronavirus slowly but surely getting better and better. You're going to see pockets of things, hot spots and stuff like that. But the overall is that, yes, right now there's confusion. People are upset. In the near future, there's still that feeling of not being able to rely on the information. There's going to be a sense of loss, but as soon as we get over the sense of loss, which is, not that far down in the future, it's almost like once we get to that point, the benefit of experience will make it better for us. And I think this really has to do with the timing of the election, because let's face it, Donald Trump is going to be, the president until January, God willing, not after that. And until that comes to pass, things aren't going to change dramatically because Donald Trump has a set way of doing things. So he's not going to listen to the scientists. He's going to listen to what makes things best for him. And the sad part about that is that there probably are things that Donald Trump is telling us that is correct. It might not be telling us in the right way, but it might have a slither of truth into it. So because he can create this doubt, people can say, well, he doesn't always say it nicely, but look, after all this time, we found out he's telling the truth. Like I was watching John Campbell, the doctor, and he was saying about how some studies have come out and shown that hydrochloroquine does actually help as a therapy for coronavirus, but it has to be at certain amounts. But he was like confused as to how they could be so off with their amounts. So I almost got the feeling that he was kind of saying, hey, we're going to find out that that therapy is workable or can have benefits. But because Donald Trump introduced it in such a half-assed, foolish way, that's going to be part of the disbelief. You know what I mean? Some will believe Donald Trump and some will believe the scientists, and there's just too many people with too many opinions. It's almost like everybody has alternative facts and nobody's dealing with the truth. But even with all of that crazy going to happen, by the time we usher in 2022, we will be looking in the rearview mirror when it comes to coronavirus. That's a good thing, guys. We are currently into September, so let's have a look at the energy surrounding Donald Trump and Joe Biden in the month of September going into the election. What is Donald Trump's main focus? What's going for and against him? And let's look at the same thing for Joe Biden. What is Joe Biden's main focus right now? And that doesn't mean what they should be focusing on. I'm asking, what are they like in their own heads? What is it that they truly are, like what's in their mind? What are they thinking as everything else is going on? And what's going for and against them? So let's have a look We'll do Donald Trump first. What is Donald Trump thinking? What is going for Donald Trump and what's going against Donald Trump? What is Donald Trump thinking? We have the Knight of Swords. So this is somebody who is acting heroic. If this, this is somebody who's heroically running in and trying to save the day. This is somebody who's pretending to be heroic. So he's just going to keep up with his normal big personality. So going for him is his own vanity. It's almost like his self-belief in himself, his own belief that, his don't stink. It is actually probably his biggest thing. He just has no conscience. It's like he's all about himself. Going against him. Going against him is that he has no ability to see things from multiple sides. It's his way or the highway. He only sees it from one lens, and that's the lens that he looks through. It's either you're doing something for me or you're no good to me. So what goes against him is his fact that he is so stubborn and that he has no ability to be charming, to be able to assess the situation and adjust to that situation. Because you get more done, you attract more with sugar than with vinegar kind of deal, right? So let's look at Joe Biden. Hold on. Let's look at Joe Biden. What is Joe Biden thinking right now? What's going for and against? What is Joe Biden thinking right now? Joe Biden is feeling somewhat betrayed. There's a betrayal there. So Joe Biden is feeling betrayed. Betrayed by what? Okay, what's going for him? So what's going for Joe Biden is the fact that he is stability. He is that that needed voice that brings people together, that unites people. The fact that he has a history of being a kind, caring Uncle Joe kind of deal, that's what's going for him. Going against him, there's going to be some kind of interruption, some kind of miscommunication, communication, lack of communication, something. Why is he disappointed? What is this disappointment? Okay, let's have a look in and see, why is he disappointed? Why is Joe Biden disappointed? We got a betrayal here. There's a betrayal that causes a lot of pressure. Communication. So, from the looks of this, it looks like, Donald Trump's going to be up to his usual. But there's something going on with Joe Biden. There's some kind of stopgap to communication. He feels betrayed. There's a disappointment there. Because here, yeah. So there's somebody going to disappoint him by betraying him through communications? Or is this his own personal gaffe of not being able to communicate? Is that why he feels betrayed by his own body? Sorry, I just touched my mic. I kind of get the feeling that there's something going on with Joe Biden. I'm not sure if it's a health issue where he's having some difficulty. He's feeling betrayed by his own body, by his own mind, because he's not able to say as quickly as what he'd like to, what he has in his mind to come out of his mouth. It's almost like there's some kind of communication issue there, or because it could be health, or some kind of communication is going to be brought out and it's going to really cause a lot of pressure on him, and he's going to feel betrayed. Okay. That's what's looking for them for the month of September. So we have to look at Joe Biden. There's some kind of, he's got some kind of betrayal. I don't know if it's of himself, against himself, his own health, or if it's a betrayal of a communication. But something's up. And did you see that we had talked about in the Donald Trump reading that some kind of positivity would happen this week, and then the court gave him a little reprieve when it comes to his taxes again. So, alrighty, let's go to our next question. Okay, as you can see, I am no longer in my mama cave. I did the video. I went on, I put Charlie to bed, I went, doing normal things. I came back to edit the video and realized the whole Bill Barr part, gone. Then I thought, no, it's probably not gone. I probably just didn't press record and thought I did. So here I am, it's late at night, everybody's asleep, and I thought, I don't want to whisper to you because then you won't hear me. And of course I do everything for you. I said, okay, I have to redo the Bill Barr, so let's come out here and see what's going on with him, because he's up to no good. He is, I couldn't believe the interview, because he did not try to even pretend that he cared or that he was going to tell any kind of a truth. It was harsh, and it made me nervous, because I feel as though their back is up against the wall and they're willing to do everything and anything to win or to delay or to do something. So let's have a look and see what's happening with Monsieur Barr. Okay. First card out is the Page of Cups. So Bill Barr's focus is to guide Donald Trump to a win in the 2020 election. He is going to be putting out a misinformation campaign. It's going to affect Joe Biden. He's going to go after him with a vengeance, and I think he's going to muddy the waters whichever way he knows how. Going over him is the Hangman. So Bill Barr wants to create a narrative that allows people to view Donald Trump and the situations around Donald Trump, to give it doubt, to make it seem like, well, you know what, maybe Donald Trump wasn't lying. Maybe he's just really rough around the edges, but. So he is definitely going to be working on desperately trying to fix the election, put a fix in on the election. Underneath, we've got the High Priestess, but she's upside down. So this is not secrets. This is secrets that are manipulations. These are untruths. So he is going to be, underneath it all, he's going to be using a campaign of untruth. It's going to get bad. On top, we've got Justice. Foremost on his mind, his biggest worry is that Justice is going to catch up with him. In the past, ugh, we have the devil. So he's had destructive behaviors, patterns, and relationships throughout his whole career. I am really worried that this could be him using Maxwell, because he's in with the whole Epstein situation. He may put pressure on Maxwell to give out Democratic names, whether it be politics, people of money, people in entertainment, but as a means to muddy the waters and to give credence to, Donald Trump. He might try to put pressure on Maxwell. He's covered by the Hierophant. So in the near future, his challenge is that the rules and regulations that are the norms that govern the U.S., these are going to be held up against him. That's going to be his challenge in the near future. Again, here we've got the Ace of Cups. So there's going to be an overabundance of information. There's going to be an overabundance. It's like they have a plan to put a media blitz, which is going to just be one story after the other. Some might have some truth to them, some base of truth, but the rest of it's just going to be stuff, facts, and things that aren't true. But it's going to try to create an emotion so that people are confused and they don't know, and they might go, well, you know what, I just don't know. Just, you know what I mean? It's going to be a campaign of just confusion. King of Wands. People so desperately want to have a man of compassion, a man that has the want to do right. They're looking for a man of character. That's what people want. Bill Barr knows that everything that Donald Trump has done to this point, everything that Donald Trump and the Republican Party that follows Donald Trump, including Bill Barr, has completely destroyed the structures that have been in place forever. So it's almost like he's trying to take control of a situation that's uncontrollable. The Page of Pentacles. So here they're just going to be, again, they're going to be putting out misinformation. They're going to be really irresponsible with all the money. I think it's going to be a shock to Biden and to the American people when they realize exactly what Trump and the Republican Trumps have actually done. I think that this is the tarot's way of telling you, follow the money trail and you will learn everything you need to know. Boy, oh boy, this is going to get harsh and nasty. All right, guys. So that's it. That's my reading for today. And as always, I have our candle lit for each and every one of us. Wishing you a fantastic Friday. If you'd like to reach out to me, my information's in the description box. And please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and have a fantastic day and a fantastic weekend. Take care, everybody.